KCO fam, what's up everybody? How are you? I hope you're doing well. I am doing well. I got a video here from YON News, and it is talking about boycotting China. Is that a good idea? Let's take a look at the video.
Modi's call to localize industries, India's Apex Traders Association has also announced the launch of a massive campaign to boycott Chinese products. China is one of India's leading trade partners and constitutes 9% of India's total exports and 18% of India's total imports. Despite the Make in India campaign and several policies promoting import substitution, India continues to heavily depend on China for basic chemicals, agro raw materials, auto components, electronic goods and consumer durables. Between April of 2019 and January of 2020, India's trade deficit with China widened further with a massive loss of $43.51 billion. Data from the last 5 years clearly indicates China's overgrowing economic footprint in India. Since 2015, India-China trade deficit has been ballooning rapidly. Last year, in the month of December, India imported goods worth $68 billion from China. On the contrary, India's exports to China was worth a mere $16.32 billion. However, experts believe that with countries all around the world trying to recoup from the pandemic, India can utilize this opportunity and start supplying raw materials to balance its trade deficit. Chinese products have penetrated into India's markets so effectively that boycotting China will be an extremely difficult task. Despite having a large-scale smartphone user base, India still heavily depends on China for its products. In sectors like steel and pharma, the market share of Chinese products has also shot up exponentially. Internet applications like TikTok have also overtaken Google and YouTube in terms of user preference. Economists in India have attributed India's growing trade deficit with China to narrow exports of commodities and lack of access for India's products in Chinese markets. Now, despite availing low-priced commodities, India is constantly facing single biggest trade deficit from China. And experts have advised the government to address two issues: the actual size of deficit and the widening gap in the deficit to solve the issues with China.
Yeah, that was a good video, and I think that's something that a lot of countries are wrestling with now. What do we do with this? What do we do with this? I know in America, what they say, the vocal for local. One of the things that America is saying, and that you hear some of the politicians and the people, is why don't we try to bring our distribution centers back to America, because it would be American jobs. So when you saw that graph there and you saw what percentage of smartphones are coming from China, or steel or grain, how do you incorporate that back in India so Indians are making the smartphones and making the steel, right? Because then it just it helps everybody. It helps you to get a better job. Maybe you're at a job and they drop a big steel mill next to you and a smartphone plant next to you. And now your employer's got to pay you more money because he doesn't want you to go over there and quit, because he knows at the steel you'll get an extra 160 rupees an hour if you go to the steel, right? Or if you go to the smartphone, you'll get an extra 400 rupees if you just go over there. So I'm in favor for it. I'm in favor for it, because more jobs mean more opportunities. More opportunities mean a better quality of life, more choices, more freedom. And again, we say this all the time on this channel. Life is better with more choices and more freedom. Wouldn't you agree? I think you would. Okay, guys, I love you. I'll catch you later. Peace and much love.
Hello, guys. This is Kareem. I hope you're doing well. And as you know, the professor has resisted Patreon for a long time. But now is the time for Movie Community College to offer Patreon. And you may be asking, why now? Well, for several reasons. One, we want to make documentaries, and those have a cost to them. Two, we want to make short films, and those also will have a cost to them as well. Three, we're going to take legal action, all the proper precautions to do reaction videos. So if you're excited about this and you want to get some amazing swag from Movie Community College and some awesome rewards, then definitely help support Movie Community College by checking out the Patreon link below this video.